What's going on, people? Back on the Grom for another ride. Nice day out, but they are calling for heavy rain, so I figure I don't have plans today, so I'm just gonna get out, ride for a little bit, spend the time in the house while it's raining. Anybody got fun plans for your long weekend? I know a lot of people are off Monday. I am. I don't have nothing going on really, but probably hang out at the pool around my apartment. It's a nice area, set up like almost like a resort. I love it over there. I've been trying to go a lot more. For a while there, I gained a little too much weight back and got back into doing 100 push-ups a day and 100 crunches a day, so trying to get myself back in shape where I need to be. Right now I think I'm around like 164. I want to maintain the weight but just build a little. Nothing crazy. I took my visor off on my helmet to clean it, put it back on. Keep getting a popping noise on the right side. My visor better stay put. Stay green. Thank you. Actually starting to get really nice. Humidity's starting to go away. Last few days hasn't really been all that hot. I know it's a little early now. I think it's, what is it, 11 something in the morning? Almost 12. Usually it's like humid as hell out by now. Even though I keep this bike in my apartment, right in the living room, because I'm in an apartment complex and obviously these things get stolen way too easy. I'm not dealing with that. I don't really want to pay for a shed because at the apartments it's like another $100 a month. My rent's already over $2K. I ain't doing that shit. So I wheel her in the house. But I think it's time for a bath because she's getting some dust on the motor. Take a little trip in some traffic today instead of riding around on back roads. Something different. So I'm kind of in limbo, people, with what I want to do for a job. I'm pretty sure I got the hospital job I interviewed for. They want me to come shadow Tuesday for OR sterilization. However, I'm struggling with, do I want to stay as a banker and work a part-time job in the evening? Or do I want to take a different job, work full-time at one job, and get a lot of overtime? And I'm not sure. I'm struggling with it because when I lived in New York, I worked at a hospital for 19 years doing the same thing. And there's periods of time where people don't come in, people quit, you're short-staffed, months upon months go by, you're working doubles constantly. I'm debating, do I want to stay at the bank where I have all the freedom I want and choose when to work part-time at a job? Kind of pick my own hours, what days of the week type of thing? Or do I want to go to a hospital where I might not have a lot of free time? I don't know, I'm struggling with it. I have a couple, I'm off until Tuesday, so I have a few days to really put some thoughts together and try to figure it out. not really more money to start per se. It's about the same as what I'm making now, but the overtime would be there. I don't know, I've had jobs where I ended up with no life, and that's what I'm struggling with. I'm afraid of that happening again. And at the bank, the better I do with sales, the more money I make. And in time, that's already getting better. And the bank offers a shitload of time off. You get pretty much 4 weeks a year. And it has good retirement, so they do match 401k and all that. So doesn't the hospital. Insurance-wise, not too different. I kind of looked at their policies and what they have for insurance. So I don't know. I'm really not sure. Other than that, I'm just trying to figure out what to do to keep myself busy for this long weekend that I have off. Probably make a couple videos, photo vlogs, whatever. Like to go to a beach at least once, be a vegetable for a couple hours in the white sand. I wish I knew somebody with a Grom, like a 2022 on up, that has like an exhaust, the intake, and a tune, just so I could see what the difference is, if it's worth it. It'd be nice to have a little more throttle response and a little more use of the power, the whole 8 or 9 horsepower that it has. Just better throttle response, I guess, is what I'd be chasing, but as is, it's perfectly fine. I don't even know if I'll ever get into any of that. I did with my Z125. That was all decked out. I had the stunt cages, everything. I just don't know if I want to go through all that shit again. Honestly, all I do is ride around and just enjoy being on 2 wheels, so I'm not sure if it's worth it for something that's really, with all that work, not going to probably do over 65 to begin with, and I'm never on roads that even have that for a speed limit. So it doesn't really matter, I guess. Eventually, I think it's going to be time for a new helmet. I've had this HJC. It's the R3 series for about 4 or 5 years now. I like it. Nothing wrong with it. The only reason I've been stalling is because I don't feel like unhooking all the shit I have under the padding wire-wise to get my audio right and redo it in another helmet. Not that it's that bad, it's just I'm very particular with how things are ran and taped and not moving around. I get a lot of comments saying my videos are decent quality. I've shot videos in 4K 60 frames per second. I don't know why, but I struggle with the settings on Filmora, the app I use to edit my videos. So all my videos are in 2.7K. at 60 frames per second, and it's all the settings that I put into it to change bitrate, all that stuff in Filmora to make it come out the way it does. I don't know why, but when I shoot 4K, it's like I can't get it clear. I don't know why. I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but for now I'll just stick with the 2.7K. Does a pretty decent job. One of these days, maybe tomorrow, I'll shoot a 4K video and play with settings and just, without publishing it, just keep uploading it to YouTube so I can see it, and just do what I did with the 2.7K and spend an entire day trying to get the settings right. Plus the battery lasts a hell of a lot longer on 2.7K, that's why I stick with it. I can ride for about an hour, get home, and I still have half a battery. When I shot 4K, I was lucky if I had 45 minutes, and that shit was on like 3%. But I don't know. I don't really have much more to talk about, I guess. Just kind of out, putting a few miles in. Spend a couple hours editing this. I'll throw it up. This will probably be the last video I post on this weekend. Just because you keep posting back to back, then your last video gets hurt with views, and not that I get a lot anyway, but I usually wait until they plateau out, haven't moved in a day or two, much over a couple views, then I'll put another one up, and my last video didn't really get shit, so I'll throw this one up, something else for people to watch. Let's see without ducking what I can get the speed up to. Oh shit, I'm already at 61. Damn. Let's catch up to this car full throttle. Do about 62, I'd say, without ducking. So again, I don't know if I want to take the stock exhaust off and all that. I've seen all the dyno tunes, I've done my homework. As soon as you put a damn exhaust on it, these bikes lose a little bit of power. They sound better, I'll admit that, but they lose power. They claim, oh, an exhaust doesn't hurt anything, you don't have to tune it. No, you don't. But you're actually losing back pressure. Stock exhaust pretty much puts out the best back pressure to keep the horsepower where it should be. Like, I don't have speed issues with this thing. So basically what I would be chasing is throttle response. Not power, not speed, just crisper throttle response. That's about it. I can tell I don't ride enough. My hand is fucking falling asleep, boys. But I guess I'll end this video. I don't really have much more to say, but I hope everybody enjoys their weekend. And I'll get this video up, and then I'll make another one tomorrow. I'll probably drop it Wednesday or Thursday. So until next time, see you later.